Okay, class. So, good day. So, in this lecture video, we will continue on sa tong ni left off sa tong last na lecture video. So, on our last lecture video, nag-answer ta sa number 3. And this was the result of that. So, we determined if an argument is valid or not. So, ang anira siya pagtanaw if it is valid or not. Now, let's proceed. It is sa kaning negation of quantifiers. So I think it was the last topic that we had in sa logic, no? So here, predicate logic and quantifiers, dirita na human. And in predicate logic, you are shown with a proposition that is shown as a function na. Okay? So, no need to overcomplicate this. Ay na kayo ninyo i-overanalyze. Basta kay ang proposition is represented as a function. So as you can see here, this is an equation, no, represented as a predicate logic or as a function, p of x. Okay, so ano lang siya, and the quantifiers has exist. This symbol, kaning inverted na a, is called a universal quantifier. It represents everything, all. Okay, and then we have another quantifier, which is this one, the existential. So it represents there exist. So there exist meaning miskin isa, no? Sa tanan. Okay, so I will explain sa kalainan sa duha. When you say for all, tanan jud na siya. So kung mingon ko nga kamo tanan na internet, kamo gid tanan na internet. That is the universal quantifier. Okay? The existential meaning na ay isa, duha, tulo, basta dili tanan. Okay? Dili tanan. Pero nay nag-exist nga na ay internet sa inyo. Okay? Kung mahimo nagkamo tanan na ay internet, like for example, kagahapon na ay isa sa inyong classmate walay internet. For example, 50 mo kabuok, tapos 49 has internet, ang isa wala. Sa ato pa, that is still existential. Kay dili man siya tanan. Now, if today katong isa nakapatawad og internet karon na adlaw, so meaning kamo na tanan karon ang na internet, so in that case, mahimo na siya og universal since kamo naman tanan. Hana siya. Okay? So kung basta ang naunan niyo sa existential is that dili tanan. Kana ra, dili tanan. So wala ta nag-ingon nga isa, duha ra, basta dili tanan. Okay, so they are the exact opposite of each other, as you can see. So if this is for all, this is not for all. Kani si existential. So sa ato pa, if balihon nimo ang ato ang universal, it should be existential. If balihon nimo ang existential, it should be universal. Okay? Okay, so in this case, the proposition there exists an n element of a natural number where n plus 4 is less than 4. So, iyang gi-prove if this proposition is correct or not. So, sa ato pa na daw kung nag-exist na number wherein kung ada nimo siya 4 is less than 7. Yes, there exists a number and it consists of 1 and 2. So, sa ato pa kaning proposition is true. There exists man, okay? So, naay number. So, dili tanan, di pasabot na tanan number. No? Nga, ada nimo 4, mo result og less than 7. Dili. Ang iyang ingon diri is there exists. So, do isa or duha ra ka buok, as you can see here, 1 or 2, this is true. Okay? Now, here is another example. There exists an n, no, element of a natural number wherein n plus 6 is less than 4. Okay. So, nadaw ko natural number starts with 1. Okay, so ana siya, pag adan daw nimo og 6, makaresult ka og less than 4. That is false. Kay walay nag-exist nga number na magsugod sa 1, no? Nga pag adan nimo og 6, less than 4 ang answer. So, sa ato pa, this proposition is false. Okay. Ana ha? Pero kung maingon siya, all element of n, no? All number n, element of natural number, wherein kung ada na to og 6, no? Dili pwede ma less than 4, then this could be true. Okay? Opposite man. Alright. So, here is another example. All math majors are male. I think ako naman nag-explain sa akong lecture video. I will not spend time reviewing this in this lecture video. If you have question on these examples, no, or namo yung mga kaaligot-gut, tanawa to balik ang lecture video. Tapos kung napagid mo yung pangutana, you can ask me or maybe na ang answer aning lecture video by answering katong number 4 sa kato inyong activity. Okay? So, mura ni siya. So, bali, ang nahitabo lang aning nga part is iya raman ning gibali. Ano, gibali lang niya ang ato ang proposition. So, ana siya diri all x, no, element of m. Sa ato pa tanan x, element of the male species or tanan tao nga lalaki or in x is male. So, iyang gibutang diri is eh, so, okay. Atong basahon otro ha. All element of x, all x element of m. Okay, dili tanan si sa may not. So, not all element of x, not all x element of m is male. Okay? Or math major din ni, dili ni male. So, so sa ato pa, there exists an x element of math major. Mas x is not male. Okay, so bali lang ba bali? So, ang bali sa, for example, kaniya sa inyo nga situation, kamo tanan na internet. Unsay balian na, unsay opposite. The opposite is that na isa sa inyo walay internet. So that could be it. Ma-false naman tong unang argument na kamutan na internet. Di naman to ma-true if kung na isa sa inyo na wala internet. Diba? Ano siya? True na ko. Bali-bali ra na sila. If kamutanan, another example, if muingon ko kay bali sa inyo, kamutanan babae na ay uyab. Okay. So that is my argument. Unsay balian na? Ang balian na is that na ay isa sa inyo, no, sa mga babae na walay uyab. Okay. Nganong ka na yung opposite? Kay na-negate na tong first nako nga statement. Kay dili man to ma-true, di ba? Kung maingon ko nga kamutan na uyab pero na isang wala. Di naman to ma-true. So sa ato pa, since naman to true, sa ato pa ang kabaliktaran nato nga statement is katong statement na makapa-false sa iya. Unsa man to? Katong na isa sa inyo nga walay uyab. Mo to yung statement ang nakapa-false sa iya. So that is the opposite of the first statement. Okay? So ang ana lang siya pag huna-huna. Okay, so muna yung ingon diri. Ingon sa diri, tanan ako ng math major is lalaki. So, of course, the opposite is that dili tanan math major lalaki na ay babae. So, ana ra. So, siguro diri mo naglibog sa kaning mga symbol-symbol, no? Kaning statement, dali ra man ni bali-balihon. Pero ang kaning symbol, medyo lisod. Okay, so munang mag-present ko ron og example. So again, this example is from your activity number 2. So this is your activity number 2. This is the question, which is at number 4. So indicate daw nato ning mga statement nato makita diri. First statement, if the teacher is absent, then some students do not complete their homework. Unsay balian na. libog siya, no? Kung analyze na to ang statement lang, ita magamit ato mga proposition, quantifiers, and such. Unsa kay balian eh. If the teacher is absent, then some student do not complete their homework. Sa ato pa, if the teacher is present, then saman, tanan student makumpleto ilang homework. Ana ba? Okay, so para valid to answer, no? In the world of mathematics, in the world of kani computer science, tanan na nag-involve og na ay math, no? Naa gyud nay proof. Dili lang kay feeling nako ma'am kana iyang bali. No. Dapat na gyud may mapakita nga proof nga ni come up mo ana nga answer. Okay. So in that case magamit kita atong proposition katong mga quantifier nga gi-discuss. Okay. So let us try to answer A. Baliw na to siya. Saan man na to siya pagbali? Magamit ang proposition again para sa atong gibuhat sa last nga lecture video katong nag-represent bitaw ta og mga proposition. Naghimo mo tag mga variable ato that represents each proposition found in an argument. So if a teacher is absent, so absent mura siya negative, di ba? Absent is negative, present is positive. So let us say T not is when teacher is absent. Okay, teacher is absent. Okay, T is when teacher is present. Okay? Kamusta naman, ma'am? Pasensya. Ay ko kasabot manggod sa ako ang drawing pad. Draw na to ha. Here, in this case, teacher is present. Saan naman ni siya, eh? And then here is, teacher is absent eh. Awa. Awa, naunsan ako. Absent. And this year, teacher is present. Okay? So teacher is absent, teacher is present. Some student did not complete their homework, so we can say that H or S na lang. S means student completed their homework. Tapos S not meaning student did not complete the homework. Di siya magputol-putol og pinakatay. Okay. Pangit lang ko gaagi, pinakatay. So, muna siya ang atong mga proposition. In the first statement, if teacher is absent, so T not, if ha, if then. So, take note, if here, then there. So, if teacher is absent, T not, then some students did not complete their homework. So, some student, okay, this is the keyword here, some. some student. Okay, that is the keyword some. Nawala. Ano naman na. So, that is your keyword, the sum. So, sum in the quantifier is katong bali nga e. Okay, so we can represent this as this one, x. Yes, it could be this one, x element of s. Okay, so x element of s such that p of s. Okay, unsay pasabot ani? Okay, so in pasabot ani is that there exists an x or a student that is element of s, wherein ang kaning meaning sa s is student that completed their homework. Okay? Okay, so asa man imong gikuha, ma'am? Ako ra man ni siyang gipare-pareha ani. Ani siya. Okay, so si px ang iyahang m dire is M niya diri is math major. Okay, element of math major. Tapos, diday. Ang kanin niya diri is kani pasabotan ni is p of x. Pasabotan ni is kani x is male. Okay, that is this function here. Wherein tanan x diri ni mo ibutang is male. Okay? Male ni diri tanan p of x is male. So, tanan daw ko no adri x element of m, pasabot m is math major, no? Nya tanan x is male. So, nga na siya. So, in this case, sa atong example, p of s, so ato na ni siyang s diri, no? So, tanan daw ko no student, diri kaning s diri is it gi-complete nila ang ilahang ano, x is saan siya? Okay, so eriso na lang mga kaunay. This is not s. To avoid confusion, this should be x. Okay. So, para masabdan ako where p of x is a student, x is a x is a student. Okay? Yeah, S is the students that completed their homework. Okay? So, ana ra siya. So, ako lang siyang i-represent ito something like this para dali ra nato siya manigate. Yan, so man pag-negate, gamitan nato na atong na-learn, no? Sa katong nag-meeting bitaw ta. Ato lang ni siya in-negative. Okay, para mas dali ra gyud nato siya ma-represent, no? Dali ra nato ni ma-negate. Ato siyang i-represent this one into Q. So, ito na siya. Ang the Q can be equal to, there exists an X, element of S, such that this X is a student. Okay, so pwede ra na nato diha. So, mahimo na ni karon og T, not, then Q. Now, to negate this, ato siyang tangan o negative. Diha, i-negate man nato. Now, katong sa previous na tong lecture video, let us not forget this equality wherein P then Q wherein P then Q is equivalent to not P or Q. Okay? Okay. So, ano siya no? Okay. Ako lang sa gibutang line linya. Aron ma-straight put gamay atong pangit na agi. So, ano siya? T not, then Q. So, sa ato pa, since pwede man not P or Q, pwede na to ni pud ma-transform into something like that. So, T not or Q. Okay, so this is already a not. Tapos, ato pagid siyang ginot, dire. Okay, not naman din siya daan. Pag i-transform din mo siya into something like this, dapat ma-negative maning isa. So, sa ato pa, this is already a not and that is a not. Sa ato pa, this will become true. Now, unsa ka man ni para manigate, gamiton nato itong algebra of proposition. So, using this one, atong i-distribute ang negative, tapos ato ang balihon ang or into, ay, this is, nanapod ko, sorry, pasensya. This is or. So, ato na siyang balihon into and. So, may mo na siya ani. So, not T and Q. Not Q. Okay? So, unsay nahitabo ato sang trohon. So, this is not T and not Q. Okay, so ato namang gi-distribute ang negative. So, atong gi-distribute tapos atong gibali ang iyang ang or into end. Again, na positive na ni siya diri kay na double negation siya pag convert nato from this form into this form. Kay if P then Q daw is equivalent to not P or Q. So, sa ato pa, ato ni siyang i-negative dire. Okay? Okay, so this is the result. Muna din ni ato answer. So, not T is this one. So, teacher is absent. So, teacher is absent. Okay? This is end. And Q is the opposite of this one. So, dili na dayon tong bali-bali. Sa ato pa, this is existential man. So, balihon nato ni kay negative Q man ni siya. So, negative Q is what? There exists, no? An X element of S such that P of S. So, if that is the case, sa ato pa, since this is for all naman then all the students, no? Such that P of S man. And then our P of S is a student. And then S is completed their homework. So we can say that all students completed their homework. So and all students completed their homework. So muna niya siya ang bali. Okay? Muna niya ang bali. Teacher is absent and all students completed their homework. So that is now the opposite of this statement. And if you are asked for the proof, muna niya inyong proof. Very easy. Sayon ra kayo siya. Okay. Let us try letter B. All students completed their homework and teacher is present. answer pa ka ni or kamo nila answer ani. So let's try another example. This last na ni siya. All students completed their homework and teacher is present. So all students completed their homework, meaning all element of x such that completed their homework. Okay. Tapos, and teacher is present. So sa ato pa, this is and teacher is present. So, sa'yo na kayo. So, you just, again, this should be this kanisha. You can represent that as Q. So, this is Q and T. Now, since this is a negation, so if you negate that, this becomes not Q and T. Tapos sa algebra proposition, this becomes negative Q or negative T. Okay? So, ato na dining i-convert into a statement. Since this is your Q, the opposite of this is universal. So, let us transform this into an existential. So, this becomes this one. So, Q can become this one. There exists an X, no? That is, it is a student that completed their homework. Okay? Okay, so, anara tapos. Or na dayon, not T. So, kung ato na siya yung statement sa ato pa, unsa man. Since there exists a student man. So, anara. So, there exists, or pwede ra sa dali ra siya para dali rasam, rasam. So, we can say here, some students did not complete their homework. Yes, did not complete their homework. Or not all students completed their homework. So, not all students. So, pwede ra ka maingon there exists a student na wala gi-complete iyang homework or there exists a student na gi-complete niyang homework. Pwede ra sad na as long as na-portray ni nimo ang existential niya nga pasabot. So, pwede ra sad ta magingon diri there exists a student or not all student. Sige, not all na lang para dili ra siya masabtan. So, not all students completed their homework. Tapos or, since nocte man, teacher is absent. Okay. Okay, so that is all for this okay class. So that is all for this lecture video. Wait lang. Sige, ako na lang ipadayon diri ang last, no, last nga question sa ato activity. Bali, di man ako to siya ansiran tanan because they are practically sayon, no? Sayon raman to. Man tong sayon ra. Review na to ha. Man to inyo ang ara. This one is practically easy. Kay inyo raman siyang this one converts to a quantifier And then this one is ato ramang i-decide if this statement is true or false. Again, nabuhat naman na ninyo sa number 4. Ay kato kani, no? Nabuhat na ninyo tong conversion into quantifier. So the next question is basically easy. So kani siya, it's basically easy kay inyo naman nung na-perform diri ang pag-convert sa statement into a quantifier. So this one here, it's easy na lang, sa'yo na lang. So, ingon siya diri as A is that any number raised to the fourth power is non-negative. Now, wala tayo pake if this is true or false. Ang ipabuhat lang sa ato is to convert this into quantifier. So, any number daw ko no. So, sa ato pa bisag unsa nga number. So, bisag unsa nga number is like basically saying tanan number. Kay bisag unsa man. So, since tanan man, so this could be, so this is A, so this could be all, no? All number, so all X, no? Element of, let's say, all number, so natural numbers or real number, no? All number that is an element of a real number, huh? Is a non-negative. So, sa ato pa, could be here. So where p of x, no? Okay, where p of x is equal to so where p of x is uh, mm, such that p of x is that x raised to the 4 is greater than 0. Okay? So, pwede ra sa inyo masulat into something like x element of r such that x raised to the 4 is greater than 0. Okay? Pwede rin na ingana. So, that is A. So, now let's proceed to B. So, some number raised to the third power is negative. Some, sa ito pa dili tanan, kay uban raman, some raman eh. So, there exists a number, x element of r, such that if this number is raised to the third power, it is less than 0. Anara. So that is number 5. So anara, so you can proceed on answering number letter C and D. Kaning question. Okay. Now let's proceed to pinakalas kani siya number 6. It's just we need to just determine if this statement is true or false. So naisayon raman ay kanang murag medyo common sense man ni siya. So A is atos daw ning i-prove if this is true or false. Ingon siya diri all x and all y, no? Such that x is less than y, no? Then kung squared, of course, mas gamay gid si x kang y. Kung gamay siya before siya gi-squared, then mas gamay gihapon siya, no? Pag squared na after pag squared. So as you can see here, as imura siyang tanawon, no? Sakto ang iyang this is actually true. So this is true. Okay, that is true. Kay, of course, kung makita kag number, mas gamay kaysa sa kanang number. Kung i-double nimo or i-square times, mas gamay gyapon to nga number. compared atong isa ka number. Now, if you're looking for a proof of this, ano siya mathematical proof, you can search that on the internet. Okay? Now, let's proceed to number 2. Number 2, we're in natay tulo. Tanan daw kuno x, y, z that is not equal to 0. Tanan x, y, z nga dili equal to 0 is that kung ato daw kuno i-times x ug kung y, z, then x is always equals to y. Okay? So, kung i-times ako sa x ug z, and it is equals to y ug z, sa ato pa ang x ug ang y are equal. Sakto ba ni? So actually there is a proving for this. Kaning pinakauna wala na ako gi-prove because it is somehow um is more common sense. And wala po siya nangita og solution, di ba? Pag abot diri sa question, wala man siya nangita og give a proof or a solution. Okay. So, but in this one here, kani siya, murag kinahanglan nato ni i-prove para sure gyud nato ang true ba ni siya or false. Diba? So, try na to. Xz is equals to yz daw. So, ingon siya, kung kaniyang situation, di si x ug ang y, si x ug y are equal. Okay, sayo na kayo ang proving ani. Let's cancel z on both sides since nag-exist man sila sa duha ka side. So, cancel na si x and si z. Then we say x is equals to y. Very easy solution. So, sa ato pa, this is true. Okay, so that is true. Okay ba? So, na-answer na no ang mga questions sa ato ang activity. So, that is all. No, since answer naman ako ang mga questions sa activity, daw dili tanan, akong gituyo so that kamo pod no na po mo'y mapraktisan. At the same time, aron ma-prepared mo sa exam. So, mo man atong reason. So, dili man pod pwede nga ihungit na ko tanan sa inyo ha. So, you should also have your own efforts para sa exams and para makapasar niya nga subject. Diba? Ana ba yan na? Sa klase? So, it's more like it's 80-20. 20% sa maestra, 80% sa estudyante. Diba? So, dapat mag-effort gid mo, maggahin mo time aning subject if you want to pass with flying colors. Okay? So, that is all for this lecture video. I hope na nakasabot. Katong wala nakagets, you can always question me. Send me messages send me a message sa messenger. Ask me, or if you want to request another lecture video that explains this thoroughly, try pa na to og buhat, no? Kung dili na kay since Thursday naman gud ang exam or Wednesday, murag di naman makaya. So, I suggest you just ask me sa messenger if di gid maansira no dili gid ninyo makita ang solution. Wa gid mo nakasabot anang part. Okay, so but before asking questions, make sure na you tried your best to watch this lecture video. You tried your best to understand everything in this lecture video. Okay? Okay, so that is all for this lecture video, and that concludes our review for your midterm exams. Okay? So again, our midterm could be by Tuesday or by Wednesday, May 11 or May 12. Okay? So I will just announce that on RGC. Any students that will ask sa GC by tomorrow evening og kano sa ang exam, or any students na mangutana kung next week ba ang exam or something like that, I will conclude na wala nagtanaw sa lecture video. Kaya I made some announcement man sa lecture video. So katong mga wala nakabalo or wala nakadungog sa announcement sa ato pa, akong gi-announce sa lecture video sa ato pa, wala sila natanaw sa lecture video. So that's my greatest clue para may balaan if nagtanaw ba mo or wala. So anyways, mura to. So I will end this lecture video now. If you have any question again, don't hesitate to contact me. Send me a message. So thank you for listening, class, and see you on the next lecture video or on the class na mismo.